इग्नोर अ लॉट ऑफ द रेड फ्लैग्स। अगर डेट नहीं है तो जाओ यार अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ, मैं भी जाती हूँ यार, इसमें कोई भी बड़ी बात नहीं है। ब्यूटीफुल वे ऑफ सेल्फ लव, सेल्फ केयर। Hello and what's up you all, welcome back to the channel. This is Tanisha. In case you watch me for the very first time, do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and also you can check me out on my Instagram account at Rathod Tanisha_. This one video at least every month that could be more like on the educational point of view and something that can actually help you guys, is more of like an advice to you guys. It should give you confidence at the end of this video, or at least it should give you some tips that you can improve it, or you can groom yourself or something. Got a few replies to my story on Instagram and everything, and that actually made me think that I should actually make this video, which is super important. This would be a good self-assessment for you guys as well. Valentine's week is around the corner, and a lot of you go through FOMOs of not having a date, perhaps not having somebody to post pictures with, and I've seen a lot of people having that anxiety that they do not have anybody to spend their time with. So since social media has grown up so much, we are in this this stage of showing off that okay, we also have someone, otherwise you feel like you're not worth it, or you feel like you're not that deserving. Pretty much over the course of making so many videos and everything, I've understood my style, I've understood my grooming and everything so properly, and now I can pretty much say that I am much more presentable and much more groomed than before. I'm much more confident than before, but in the past I've definitely made some really desperate decisions, and probably the wrong decisions that have made me cost a lot more. So that is why I wanted to share this with you all. Having found myself in such shitty positions and doing some wrong decisions, I did do a few steps unknowingly, completely unconsciously. I was not aware that I was actually doing all of these steps, but now that I sit and think about it, I feel like these steps have really helped me to come out of it and gain much more clarity about what I want and what I'm seeking. Also, before I tell you all of these things, just a disclaimer that all of these things, whatever I'm saying, it is just based on my own personal experience, and it should not be taken personally or anything of that sort. And in no way does this video suggest that relationships are not good or you should not get into one. Absolutely not like that. Relationships are absolutely beautiful. You haven't seen some really healthy, nice relationships yet, and that is why you don't understand it. But there are some really amazing couples really much in love with each other, and they are beautiful. So very important, when we are desperate for love, we tend to say I love this person, I love him, or I love her. But are you in love with this person, or are you in love with the idea of love? This whole fantasy of love, actually the whole fantasy of being with someone or being in a relationship, because we are seeing this all around us. I do completely understand that when we are growing up, when we are in the teenage and all of that, we are pretty much less aware of what we are, what we want and everything. So the confidence level are obviously not that great, so you do not know yourself that much as well. But let me tell you, this certain level of insecurity makes you a lot more desperate for somebody's attention or this idea of relationship. Do you just want to be loved so that you can come out of the insecurity that you have with yourselves? Sometimes we lack to put in the efforts and love for ourselves, and that is why we want it to be compensated by somebody else. And specifically when it's like an opposite gender that is giving you all of this attention and everything, it's much more easier for you to feel like you're worth it and all of that. So growing up in my college days, I remember that I was much more into academics. I wanted to score good as well, but at the same time I was also started with my YouTube channel, so I was way more dedicated to my YouTube channel, and this would take up the whole time in my life. So that was the inner work that I was doing on myself. But at that same time, I could really see people from my own friends group that I couldn't point out at that time. Definitely their sense of worth was really defined by how much they are desired by men, and that kind of, now what I think about it, is something that is not that healthy when it comes to self-love. And in such cases, we do tend to ignore a lot of the red flags. We might get into the wrong stuff with the wrong people in the wrong situation. And in no way am I suggesting that you should not be celebrating Valentine's week. This is not what the purpose of the video is. You can definitely celebrate it. Valentine's, for me, if I try to conclude it, it's more about loving the people, whoever is there in your life. So you can actually go out on nice cute dates with your girls as well, you know, celebrating Valentine's Day and all of that stuff. I've done it a lot of the time, so do not worry about that. That's also something very special. Dress yourself and be groomed and be happy just the way you would be if you're going out with whatever your crush is. Just treat yourself the way you would treat in front of your crush, and just enjoy that with your friends as well. That is also a beautiful way of self-love, self-care, and also it will increase your confidence when you are putting in efforts onto yourself and not just because you want to get some compliments. Think about the look for the date. It comes like a radiant glow sort of a look, and for that I actually have been using this Aqualogica's Radiance Dew Drops, which I wanted to talk to you guys about actually. This is the Aqualogica Radiance Plus Juicy Dew Drops. That is a skincare product which provides instant healthy radiance and visibly brightens the skin. Let me tell you, when I apply this, it gives like a very shimmery look, and it has a very dewy, glossy and luminous finish, and it is like a very lightweight and dewy texture. And the best part about Aqualogica is that they have a blend of fruits plus actives. Like in this one we have watermelon plus hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. They also have their Glow Dew Drops. So this is the one that gives you more of a pinkish tint, and this will give you more of like a goldenish tint. Glow Plus Juicy Dew Drops has papaya, vitamin C, which brightens, hydrates. This one gives more of like a bright glow, and this is very good for medium to deep skin tones. And this one gives more of an instant soft radiance glow, and this is very good for fair to medium skin tones. You can use it as the last step of a skincare routine, or else you can also blend it along with your moisturizer and use it like a tinted moisturizer along with your primer to give that glossy sort of a finish. And also you can add it to your blush to give like a glossy flushed look to your cheeks, you know. Do you guys know that Aqualogica has this patented waterlock technology that actually traps in the moisture onto your skin, and every time you purchase from Aqualogica, you are actually helping someone in need to get access to clean drinking water. Aqualogica is vegan, cruelty free and clean, and if you want to get a 20% off on the Aqualogica's website, use my code Tanisha2023, and they are also available on Amazon and Nykaa, and the links are given down below. Do not forget to check it out. When we are in desperate situations, we might get into the wrong relationship, and by wrong relationships, oh my god, I have so many examples. I've seen people around me that are stuck in wrong relationships with the wrong people, and they are still entertaining these things in relationships where they are not even getting the bare minimum respect or care that a person should get when they are in a healthy relationship. Not only that, I have heard people who are not even talking to each other properly, or barely they talk to each other in a week, or because they're afraid to leave the relationship, or whatever the case is. And above everything, it just literally breaks my heart to bring it down to you that I've even heard girls who would say that they have seen violence in the relationship and still they continue. I don't see any reason, like literally no reason in this entire world can compensate why you are in a relationship with the person who is showing so much of violence, like physical violence I'm talking about. Tell me, is it so much better than being alone? Is being with this wrong person who can literally hit you, who can really abuse you emotionally and mentally, rip you off of your happiness? I'm not saying that everybody is like this or every relationship is like this. When we are very desperate, we tend to put a lot of energy and a lot of attention to this one thing. Maybe somebody who is right enough will come along the way, but if you're not with someone right now, will that make you that uncool? And we keep repeating the same type of patterns, the same type of dynamics, going back to the same type of people and that same type of relationship situations and everything, and that will keep on repeating in your life until one day when God will literally force you to grow. Because if you cannot see it, He's going to make it happen anyway, and trust me, you might not like His way, because if you listen to the advice and take it nicely, it will help you much more than actually doing it the other way, because at that time you would be really devastated and you must have wasted a lot of time by then. But anyways, I am not offending anyone in this state. Like, I know that there are different stages in everybody's life. And last but not the least, I want to title this point as stealing happiness, and rather I would say voluntarily giving away your happiness. Because when we are in desperate situation and when we really want to be, and we tend to do stuff way more than what we are supposed to do. We have our own aura, we have our own presence, and when we come in contact with people and when we feel like, oh my god, my worth is if this person likes me, my worth is if this person wants me, and in that situation we're putting them on a pedestal, and in that situation we are giving away our energies to them. And trust me, there are people, they are legit vampires. They're gonna suck on your energy, they're going to make complete use of it. They will use the peace that you have, they will use the happiness that you have just to emotionally bomb you, just to emotionally pen down all their problems onto you, and you will keep taking in it just because you are at that desperate situation. And we do keep giving away our own happiness when we put our own priorities at the back seat and put this person in front of us like something special, like way more. Obviously your partner has to be special, but you will tend to do way more for this person than you are actually receiving. Like I talked about, not even getting the bare minimum. Trust me, kid you not, in my college time, I've actually used to stay with a girl who literally told this to us, to the whole entire friends group, that she likes to get attention from a man and she likes to be in a relationship with men because this can literally help her to feed her own ego. She likes to get compliments, she likes to be taken care of, and you know, always being pampered and everything. So just imagine, there are people out there who enjoy to feed their ego. They enjoy to take away all of this peace that you have from you. They would literally enjoy it. They wouldn't even feel guilty about it. So if there is one person who can literally say this onto my face, there are, imagine, so many people who are doing this at the back of their mind, or maybe they are not really vocal about it, but they do it subconsciously. So you need to be really clear and have this clarity about who you want to share your mental peace with, because it's in a very shitty place if you are sharing with a wrong person. They can take advantage to any extent or any level that you have no idea about. And lastly, I'm not saying all of these points to tell you guys ki, oh my god, just shush away from relationships and just go live alone. Nothing like that. It's just because I really felt like I had to say this to you guys, because I did not want to name this person specifically, but I've actually got a DM from this girl, literally wrote this to me like, you must be getting so many options for the date and everything, but I don't have such an option. And what about the girls who do not have a date? Because all of my friends are going out on a date and I do not have one. And I felt like, oh my god, I felt so sorry that she was in such a position where she was made to feel like she's not good enough or she's not worth it enough if she doesn't have a date for Valentine's. I mean, what the hell is that? It is not even that a big of a deal to go on a Valentine's Day, to be honest. That is it for today's video. I will wrap it up all over here. That was quite a lot of ranting. I'm literally, my throat is hurting right now. And please give me your questions if you want to ask anything related to mental health, emotional health, or whatever. And if I can help you and answer those things for you guys, I would love to do that through my videos. And yeah, take care of yourself, work on yourself, love yourself. Bye bye.